Hi everybody, welcome back to Jimmy's First Gen Mini Rescue. I'm Jimmy, trying to rescue and keep our first generation Mini Cooper S models on the road, safe, legal, without the like oil leaks and everything else that is prevalent with these cars. Um, Today's video, it's the grandkids. They're back home, so today's video, I got all the internal parts for the transmission. The shift linkage stuff or fork, whatever you want to call it. The bushings that go in there, I got everything. The tube, the guide tube that's supposed to be there. So I'm gonna install everything in here, and then I've got to create a tool to be able to hold the flywheel still. Once I put the flywheel in place, to hold it on still so that I can torque the bolts down. I know the dealership, they have this special, like a gear cam lock type of thing that they bolt in, and it can hold the flywheel, or flex plate. Some people call it flex plate, flywheel, whatever. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to create a specialty tool item for that. So I may have to just run to Lowe's and pick up some aluminum flat strap, because it doesn't, it's not tensile. It'll be, anyway. I'm gonna read today's fortune, but before I do that, I wanna thank everybody who watches these videos. I hope you get a little bit of something out of them to help you with your maintenance. It might not be many. It could be Forester, Subaru Forester. Someone recently commented on one of the old Forester videos that I put out, and I guess it helped them diagnose and fix their issue. So, which is why I do these things, and to show too that you don't have to have the lifts, the garage, the air tools, the whatever. You know, it's really loosening and tightening bolts. You just got to find the right sequence, the right order, and you got to have a little bit of patience if you're going to do this kind of stuff. Anyway, let's get to today's fortune. My bucket is acting, it's going to fall through, but that's okay. Okay, today's fortune is: sometimes travel to new places leads to great transformation. So sometimes travel to new places leads to great what? Great transformation. Sometimes travel to new places leads to great transformation. Yeah, I can see that. Sharon and I travel all the time, and it seems like every time we come back from somewhere, anywhere, we're a little bit different. We're a little bit changed. It happened most dramatically. The two places I think really changed some of the way I look at things was when we went to Easter Island, known in the U.S. as Easter Island, but it's Rapa Nui. The people, it wasn't so much the statues of Rapa Nui. Of course, that's what draws the tourist in, are the big Moai statues. However, the people we met there, they're lifelong friends. We had two that came to visit us. They always wanted to come to the U.S. and never came. A little bit scared to come on their own, I guess. But once we met them and we invited them, and we said we would, show them whatever, and they came a year or two after we met them, and yeah, like I said, they're family. So it was there, and then it was the last recent trip was to Morocco, on West Africa. There, we went to Casablanca and we went to Marrakesh, and we met some people in both places. But Casablanca, even though it was a metropolitan city, we met two separate families, so to speak, while we were there. So that were again, friends for life. And we can't wait to go back. And we met a few other people as well. But yeah, and I know I'm gonna somebody else is gonna see this, and Hafida in Dubai, they're gonna say, "What about us? Your family too," and Ryan and Sophia and all of you, you know. So yeah, the people we met, and that's what makes travel, and that's what I think why we hosted so many exchange students from all over the world over the years. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of the rambling. That fortune really got me, you know, retrospect thinking. So, again, this is a new release fork. It's brand new. I see they heat treated it, so you got to make sure you grease that up once you start assembly everything. This is the bottom bushing. This is the top bushing. I have this fork is held on with a bolt. I cleaned up my arm a little bit, and I'm gonna use thread locker blue, so it'll stay on, but it'll be easier for the next person, because hopefully this will be the one time I change the clutch in this car, and then of course the new guide too. Basically, once you have your new bushings in, there's one at the bottom that comes in this way. This one you put it in this way. There's a detent on them, so they can go in. There's a little lacking detent, but you know, you slide your arm in, and the fork. The flat part is at the top, the rounded part is at the bottom. Your bolt wants to go on this end. So you really can't put it in upside down, but I've heard somebody do that once. They put it in like this. That's not right. line up your rod. There we go. Rod is home. We'll put some thread locker blue. Everything is a hammer, as they say. But I took the guide tube off. I'll put the new one on. I'll go get my bolts. Okay, the guide tube is held on with 3 bolts, and they're, I believe, a 10 millimeter. Yep. So the fork is a 13 millimeter. Guide tube is 10. Let me go get an extension. I'm going to use thread locker blue on the guide tube as well. Don't want any of these coming loose. Make sure you check your torque specs. I got mine written down in the book, and I'll go torque them down. And basically, that's all there is to changing the 4 components that are wear items inside the transmission. Again, the lower bushing, the upper bushing, the actual fork, release fork, and the guide tube. Behind the guide tube, there's a seal. Mine is completely dry, so I did not change that seal. However, some people do, I don't, or I'm not, put it that way. Anyway, so I'm going to torque this down, and then I'm going to go and see what I can cobble up for the flex plate. Okay, I just wanted to put 1 bolt to hold it. Now I can see how I'm going to make this strap. It's got to be at least 1 foot long. I'll drill a hole here and a hole that'll mount in the dowel pin. And then I'll just have to bend it. And that'll allow me to turn without turning the flywheel. mini flywheels, they don't have alignment dowel here. You have to keep spinning the thing until all of the bolts line up. They're drilled offset. So you just keep spinning. And I think that's it right here. So temporarily, I'm gonna put two bolts in to hold it. Oh, and these bolts, they come pre-ready with red Loctite on them. But again, these are just place holding right now. It's not gonna fall, just to keep me safe under here. And then I have to keep this from spinning, because when I go to tighten it, torque it, it'll turn. And don't worry, I'm gonna spray brake cleaner on the surface and clean it all up before I close everything up. Anyway, so I think if I get a piece of aluminum about a foot long, I can cobble together a strap, and then I'll just put a bend in it and come up here to this pin, and it'll be adjustable. So yeah, that'll work. Drill a couple of holes and bend the strap. So that's what I'm gonna go to Lowe's, pick up some strap material. Okay, I'm gonna continue on with this repair. I want to change the resistor in the radiator for the low speed fan. However, I just got some pretty sad news. A friend of mine passed away last night. I think today's the 12th of June. But he was a guy in this book. We kept our boats at the same marina when ours was in the water, and we went on this trip together. His grandson just called me. His grandson from the book, actually. In the book, his name is Alfred. However, in real life, his name is Einar. It's a Danish Christian, Danish name, but he was U.S. Navy. He was a pilot. He went to the Naval Academy. We were good friends. He was 89 years old, almost 90. So I think I'm gonna start this repair, and I may not finish it right now. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. I got to change the resistor on this radiator here, because this is the whole cooling package, how it comes out when you do front end service alignment or front end service. The resistor, let's turn this around here. Take this off. I just stick it in the strawberries, right? The resistor lives back here. However, access to it is from the front, which means you got to just take the radiator out of place. So that's not too hard, as I said once. But so I'm gonna get the radiator out so I can have access to the resistor that's in the front. But let me show you something real quick off the beaten path. This is the horn. Look how rusty it is. Remember I said this car came from Minnesota? So this side of the horn is horrible. It's rusty. I'm gonna have to change that. But it's not an emergency. That's just something I saw. The other side, because there's two horns, it's not bad at all. Somebody must have changed it. Anyway, to get the radiator out of place, you just got to pull this. There's two tabs there. So let's see if we can get it. I'll lay this down. Okay. And incidentally, this is how you change the radiator. Now, there's tabs here, and then it slides on here. So we'll show you that. It just slides in if you pull the tab out. Pull this tab out, it slides up. Okay. That is the radiator. This is the resistor, right? In order to get to it, you just got to take off one bolt here. That's an 8mm, I believe. Two actually, 8mm. Then you can pull this out. However, I guess I could have done that in place, but I don't want to take the chance of denting any of the fins on the radiator. So let's go get an 8mm. There we go. So I'm going to bring you closer, but you'll see the 3 wires. Now I'll bring out the new one. Losing my screws. Guess I got a screw loose. Anyway, you can see this is all beat down. Probably not working. But you got 3 wires. There's a thinner red one, a thicker red one, although on here, they look pretty much the same size. Then you have a light blue. On here, you have a light blue, a thicker red one that's connected with the light blue, and then a thinner red one. So I'm gonna cut all 3 of these. It's easy to see where they go. The red and blue are connected together here, and the thinner red is by itself. That's, so that's what I will do. Let me go get some wire cutters and strippers and all of that. Okay, what I got is got some wire cutters, got some strippers, and a little crimping tool, and I got a heat shrink wire connector set. It's got rings, it's got straight butt connectors, which is what I'll use. It's marine grade, waterproof. I use it on the boat, so I'll use it on here. Hopefully this will be the only time I have to do this. The fan spins freely. So, yeah. Anyway, so let's get to cutting. I'm gonna cut it as close as possible to the old unit, so I don't have to strip anything, but I can get it out of the holder to give me more room. We'll cut this one first. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. And get that out of there. Okay. So as I was saying, this one you can see it's whatever this thing is, it's all broken. And yeah, doubt if it worked. Oh, there's actually nothing inside. The new one, nothing inside, but it's all taped up, nice, clean, solid. Should work. Good. It's just a resistor. So we'll strip off some of this wiring. Okay, with this, it's marked yellow, blue, and red on here. Let's see if you can see that. That corresponds with the connector color. So you put that color in here and you crimp it down. It's adjustable if you need to make it tighter or looser, but there you go. All right, it's in there, like swimwear. It's back in. Just part of the metal clip on one of the wire holders broke, and it's right down here somewhere. I'm gonna take a magnet and see if I can find it. But I just realized something. I didn't heat shrink my connections. I got my hot air gun right here. I guess I just wasn't thinking. But anyway, I'm gonna do it. Okay, now it's like reassembly as usual. Okay, I don't know if the wiring is supposed to go this way. However, I got it wrapped around here and coming out. So maybe it came all the way through here and went that way. I don't know. But that's going to be fine right there. And so that part is done. The resistor. And I'll have to do the other three radiators whenever. All right. That's it. I'm going to clean up shop and clean up all my mess. And just gonna go in the house and reflect on how much Einer means to me, and call his wife. In the book, her name is Ruth, and in real life, her name is Sandy. And the grandson, the first one that called me in the book, his name is Garrett, or his name is Gary in the book, and his real name is Garrett. So, yeah, he's the one who called. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna end it here. Sorry for ending it on a down note. However, you know, he lived a great life. I mean, you know, and he was one of those chance encounters that I met. Sharon and I, we met just by chance, and over the years, just, you know, the friendship, and I don't even want to say friendship. I want to say family. You know. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna close it off here. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, stay tuned for more mini stuff. And, you know, have fun with your minis.